guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to do a review and swatches for a palette that I've had for about 5 months now, and I believe I have enough insight, to do a review for you guys and tell you my personal thoughts. Now, the product that I will be reviewing for you guys is the NYX Sexbomb palette. It's the Femme Fatale palette, and that's what it looks like. It comes in a nice thick plastic packaging. Now, what I mean by thick is that right here, the lid is nice and thick, so it's nice and sturdy, but it's not an overall thick palette. Now, it does not have a mirror, but it does show you the colors right off the bat, right in the front. So if you are looking through your makeup, makeup case or anything like that, you can instantly see the colors in the palette. And it shows you a couple looks that you can create with the palette, which are daytime and nighttime. And then it is cruelty free, which I like. It does have 0.21 ounces. I believe that this is one of the 3 or 4 palettes that they have in this collection, and this is the Sexbomb palette, like I said originally, and it comes with 6 shadows. Now, what I like about this palette is that you have enough to do a nice neutral daytime look, but if you wanted to amp it up and make it a little bit more extreme and sexy, you definitely have the option to do that. Now, it comes with a red eyeshadow, a nice, more pinky red, but it comes with a red eyeshadow, a nice shimmery black eyeshadow, a nice like mauve gray eyeshadow, a nice cream color. It looks more white in the video, but it's actually a nice creamy color. It has a nice neutral matte gray and a matte black. So you have, different types of textures to create different looks. If you want to go for just straight up matte, you can, and if you wanted to add a little bit of shimmer or anything like that, you also can do that with this palette. And it does come with the nice, sponge tip applicator. I personally keep these just because I find that some eyeshadows that are not as pigmented or apply patchy, you get more color payoff when you use a sponge tip applicator like this instead of using like a synthetic brush, or better yet, you can use your fingers, but I like this just to pack on the color. Now, I've had a couple issues with these 2 colors right here, the red and the the gray, the gunmetal, not gunmetal, but the mauve, the taupey shimmery color. And the reason I've had a couple issues with this is because the shimmery one is not really that pigmented at first, and you can see how it looks a little bit beat up right here. I tried to apply it wet just to see if the intensity could, if you can intensify it when using it wet, and I wasn't really able to do that. But I noticed with more use, more shimmer and eyeshadow comes out. So at first, if this eyeshadow isn't the best, it's just because you have to work with it a little bit. And I noticed the oils from my fingers help this eyeshadow become less patchy, because when I tried to use it with the brush, nothing came out, just a little bit of specks of the shimmer that was inside of it. But I noticed the oils on my finger helped the eyeshadow tremendously. And I'm just going to do a swatch for you guys. And as you can tell, it's a nice shimmery, super light color, and you can build it up the intensity however you want, but that's what it looks like. I really do love this color. This is one of my favorites in the palette, and I know that's a little bit weird, but I just love how it can transform any look. Now with the red, I tried to use it, it's a matte red, and I tried to use it wet just to see if I can build the intensity. And I know you're not supposed to do that with mattes, but this color was so patchy and hard to use. But I noticed the more that I used it, like I said with the other one, the more oils that got into this shadow have helped it a lot, and personally for me. And that's what it looks like. It's a very nice pinky tone red that you can apply to the eye area, because there are issues with red eyeshadows that can irritate and definitely hurt your eyes. But this is a nice enough red shadow to where it can look very red, and you can build it up and it won't hurt your eyes. So let me just do a deeper swatch, and I like how you can build the intensity of this red. And that's what it looks like. It's a very, very, very nice red. I love this color. I do love the shimmery black. You can tell I barely used it. That's just how pigmented it is. Let me just show you guys right there. It's more of like a gunmetal gray. This is definitely not a black, but it's deep enough to use as a outer crease color. That's the black, and that's the gunmetal gray, and that's what it looks like. Do another swatch for you guys. And I love how this has some type of shimmer in it, but it's very finely milled. So if you wanted to do a nice shimmery smoky eye, you definitely can with this color. And then you have the nice creamy highlight, or you know, to set your primer or anything like that. This is a nice overall creamy shadow, and I believe it works with every skin tone. If you wanted to use it as a highlight or overall blending color, that's what it looks like. It's a very nice standard creamy color. Now I have, you know, I love this gray when I don't want to use like browns in the crease to blend or anything like that. I love to use that gray to keep the look in general nice and cool. That's what the gray looks like. It's a nice matte gray. It's more of a mauve gray instead of a gray. That's what that looks like. And then the last color, which is very intense, and I'm definitely, you know, pleased because it is a drugstore palette. I'm definitely pleased of how pigmented this is. If you use the Makeup Geek Corrupt, I believe it's just as pigmented as that product, and that's what it looks like. And all I did was tap my finger in one time. I'll show you guys one time. Watch. And that's how pigmented it is. This is my favorite drugstore black. Like, I have never seen a black this intense for a drugstore palette, in any type of drugstore palette or drugstore singles at all. That's how intense that black is. Super creamy, no fallout, you know, which is difficult to find in a black eyeshadow. There's hardly any fallout. There's no patchiness. It's just a nice, smooth, creamy black. And if, you know, if you don't really care for all these colors and you want a nice black, this, I would just buy the palette just for that black. So those are the swatches. And this palette, I believe, was $8, and I hope this helped you guys, you know, if deciding to purchase this. If you do want me to create some makeup looks for you guys, you know, some tutorials using this product, please leave a like or comment down below, and I'll definitely do that for you guys. So I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.